G'day everybody, how you going today? It is so very good to see you, and it's possible that we've got some very exciting breaking news. It would seem it's been rumoured for a little while now that there was a retro-inspired Nikon camera coming for the Z system. And it would seem now that there's a great deal of evidence pointing to the fact that this is completely true. What we have pictured here is a very convincing, very Nikon-esque looking camera. And look, this has appeared on multiple rumours sites, including the New Camera and Nikon rumours. It comes from Nokushita, which is a Twitter profile that seems to specialise in rumours about all brands of cameras. So here it is. It's called the ZFC. It's rumoured to be coming out tomorrow, or perhaps even as soon as today. It's going to come out in black and 6 other different colours. Now, the rumour is that it's an APS-C, which is what the C stands for, or compact. We don't know that yet. But based on the images that we've seen to date, I actually think there's a fair chance that this camera will have a flip-around screen. So let's quickly talk about some of the specs that are rumoured. That it potentially comes with a 16 to 50mm lens. Now this looks like exactly the same lens that comes with the Z50, which would show us that this is an APS-C camera. Also rumoured is the fact that it would come with a 28mm special edition kit lens to go with this body, which sort of makes sense because it's probably exactly the same lens as one of the 2 pancake lenses, but perhaps a version that's in a special body, silver or some other finish. So that's also a potential kit lens that would come with this camera. Now I would love the idea of this camera being this size with the 28mm lens, which brings us in just over 40mm. I think this is a great street camera. It'll be about, what, 42mm, a great street photography camera and lens. I love shooting with my 50mm on the streets, so makes a lot of sense to me. And of course this lens is also a full frame lens. Now we have a picture here and the colours are titled thus: white, natural grey, sand beige, coral pink, mint green and amber brown. So what do I think of this camera? Well, it's basically going to be super tiny. Another thing that we've learned from these images is that Nikon has an accessory which is a grip that you can attach not only on the bottom, but this part here is also an extra. So the camera will actually be flat. It'll be flat, so it'll be super compact and weigh even more felt than this here. So the Z50 is an extraordinarily small and compact size. Then when we add this lens here, which is the 16 to 50, that's rumoured to be in a silver version. And this is a super compact system, which I think looks really great. I love the industrial design. The ZFC, it'll be slightly smaller than this without this grip. Imagine that bit being sliced off. It'll come in some cool retro colours and it'll have some cool retro buttons on the top and so on. I think this is going to be a super successful camera. I think that there's no other camera manufacturer at the level of where Nikon are at, making super colourful cameras for the entry level of the market. And if they do put a flip out screen on it, well, I can see that it would be exciting for vloggers and so on. I hope it's not this style of flip out screen, because there is issues when it comes to sticking on a tripod and so on. Look, it works, but it's just not what the world's used to. As for the retro styling, I myself wouldn't mind one of these cameras, and I'd love to see a full frame version one day. But I do understand that coming in at APS-C means they can make it much more affordable and thus get the absolutely entry-level users. Now the only other question is, how long has this camera been out for here, the Z50? Well, it's something like 1.5 years, if memory serves me correctly. So will we see the addition of in-body image stabilization? This lens is stabilized, but I would think having a stabilized body would be advantageous when we can use all of the current crop of Z lenses, and only really a smaller percentage of them are stabilized at this point in time. Anyway, if you're cutting costs, you basically just repackage this unit here. If you're wanting to take another step forwards, you add IBIS. That's about it, really. Otherwise, that would be my only thought about what this camera could have, what you would add to this as an essential. There are other things from my perspective, like the fact that there is no headphone port and that the HDMI is a micro, not a mini. The micro is tiny. Otherwise, it's a great camera. So tell me, what do you think? What do you think there of the ZFC? Yes, it's still rumoured, but I think with all the evidence we have now at this point in time, I would rate this as being a very high probability that this camera right here is coming out very soon. Please let me know in the comments, is this a camera that you would simply be interested in because it looks retro, it looks cool, you could do street photography, for example, and I think it would allow you to be very, very low key. Another thing that I would like to flag is, and as soon as I can get my hands on one of these, who knows when that might be, but another thing that I think would be super cool is because of the very minimalistic design that Nikon have gone with all of the Z lenses, I actually think they'll fit quite nicely with this retro style body. I actually think they were thinking ahead. All right, everybody. Well, please let me know in the comments below. What do you think? I'd love to know what your thoughts are. And really fantastic to see you. And if this is your first time here, I would like to see you again. So please do subscribe. Please share and click on the notification bell. Please like. It's fantastic for the channel. And don't forget, if you'd like to appear in next year's 2022 calendar, if you'd like your name in every single edition, then pre-order before July 23rd and you'll be in there. Click on the link below, go to my website. You can't miss it from there. All right, I look forward to seeing you very soon when I think this thing will become a reality. Bye for now.